Well, I think that is enough speculation about the King and Queen of the Ring. We're going to jump into AEW territory. Double or Nothing is one day after the King and Queen of the Ring. And they have announced, we're the best wrestle. They have announced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches, and they probably will announce like 3 more after this.
That's what they're saying.
But we have Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. You got Toni Storm versus poor Serena Deeb, who's getting like kind of not booed, well, kind of booed. Like, she's supposed to be the face, but in the crowd, everyone just cares more about Toni Storm.
No chance.
Than Serena Deeb. Which I think is the main event of this card. Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship. You got Adam Copeland versus Malakai Black.
That's going to be good.
Barbed Wire Steel Cage match. Now I think I want, like, in this match to have also like the like an electric chair, like just have it like shock stuff, kind of like what they did with Abdullah the Butcher when he was like in a chair and it was just like fireworks and just completely off the wall, just stupid, like,
I don't know if they do that
ECW
shit right.
Yeah.
Pull the lever.
Murder your opponent.
Murder your opponent on live television.
Fuck it. Entertain.
The only way to win is survive.
Yeah.
Survive.
So the TNT Championship in a barbed wire steel cage match. You got Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship.
Damn, that shit's gonna be crazy.
That's probably going to be a good match. You got the Elite versus FDR. Initially, I was like, why is Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin in this? But I guess... Also, wasn't Darby Allin injured, like a really bad injury, and now he's back, like, it feels like less than a month?
He broke his foot, and then he got hit by a fucking bus.
Yes, why is he in a match? But he's in a match, and Anarchy in the arena.
Doctors cleared him.
Can you, the fucking kook doctor? Fucking
Dr. Nick?
Dr. Hubert? Dr. Nick.
Dr. Nick.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Dr. Nick cleared his ass.
He's good to go.
Hell no. Yep.
Just take some Tylenol. That's it. You good. And Anarchy. Okay, so Anarchy in the arena. What does that mean? Is that good? Is that going to be like the New Japan match that we saw at like the Chicago street fight, whatever you want to call it, where they're just kind of like fighting
all over the place?
All over the place.
I mean, they did it. They did it at All In, I think. I forget who it was between, but it was like it might have been like the Elite versus.
Wasn't.
I forgot. But I remember they did it.
So Darby Allin's in this because they were the last people to have the tag belts before the Elite won them. I'm assuming that's why he's part of this. Why is Bryan Danielson in this match?
Because he's rah-rah AEW.
He loves AEW.
I see.
I love AEW.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. FTR is, obviously they're feuding with them.
I love AEW, also them.
Now this one I don't understand why it's on an AEW pay-per-view. Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It's an eliminator match, so it's not even a title match. It's just he gets an opportunity to get the title. Yeah. Do you feel like it's not a title match because New Japan's probably like, oh no, we get the title match, and then you can have the eliminator? But didn't he defend it on an AEW show, or am I making that up?
No, he did, and it wasn't Powerhouse Hobbs just got a match. He didn't have to go through an eliminator.
So he got a title match for it.
Yeah.
Then I don't understand why this is just an eliminator match, especially if it's on a pay-per-view. But that's the other thing. Like,
AEW.
yeah, this is the kind of thing that I have an issue with. Like, it's a title belt of a different wrestling promotion, but it's another title in the mix that Jon Moxley has, and I don't know. Again, it just kind of, for me, it dilutes like the AEW Championship, because you also have like this New Japan Championship, which is like their top title, but I don't know. I don't know how
Forbidden
I feel
Door
about
is the next pay-per-view.
Forbidden Door. Oh, well, I mean, that's why. I mean, that's another thing. Like, I don't understand why they have these Forbidden Door pay-per-views, because there is no real Forbidden Door anymore, because they always have like people from New Japan and people cycling in throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So
Not that forbidden.
yeah, exactly.
No.
Like, literally, Jon Moxley is the New Japan champion, like the
Revolving door.
IWGP champion. Yeah, it's a revolving door. Like, he literally was just
That's
at
good.
a fucking yeah, they should call it the revolving door. That's
Revolving
a good
Door 4.
Revolving,
revolving
Next
door
summer.
for, like, literally, he was on a New Japan show, like, and half the freaking AEW roster was on that pay-per-view.
Same with last week. Resurgence, because I watched
Yeah.
Resurgence.
So just like the concept of Forbidden Door seems kind of stupid, but it is what it is. So, well, you know what? Let's start from the bottom up, and then we'll end with the AEW World Championship. So let's talk about this Jon Moxley one. We've already been talking about a little bit, but how do you guys feel about it being an eliminator match? How do you feel about the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship being involved in AEW, because it has like one of the top AEW stars basically holding their title? I feel like it dilutes it again with too many belts, and that's been like it's not an original thought that I had, but I do agree with it that there's too many, and this is just like another belt in their revolving door. So, what do you guys think about this match?
I
Do you
think
think Takeshita's winning?
I think Takeshita will win. I think it's part of the business partnership that they have together. So, you know, they have these matches on their shows and vice versa, just for like market exposure. Maybe it's some kind of a strategy for them to gain more market share or more exposure to Western audiences. So they do that whole thing. So I'm guessing it's somewhere in a contract. I'm guessing that's why they do these matches. So, I mean, as far as the match itself, I mean, I don't care. Fuck it. Book it crazy. Book it to the moon for me.
They're gonna kick the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's me personally. Like, whatever, just like throw the whole kitchen sink at the thing if I'm paying for this pay-per-view. But yeah, and I think ultimately it's because it's a business strategy thing, like market share in the West.
New Japan is working really hard to be something in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
At least in
created
the big
Strong,
cities.
and then Strong's kind of like had to take a step back.
Mm-hmm. So, do you feel like it should have been, since you're cool with it, do you think it should have been just a title match, or
No,
I think Eliminator's fine.
Eliminator is fine, because then I think it does dilute the AEW. Or it dilutes both, I guess. Somebody's getting screwed, I think, as far as like, let's say one match just outshines the other match. It's two big titles. I think the Eliminator match at least exposes you to the, you know, the brand or whatever, without actually just being a championship match. So I think that if that was the decision, then I think it's a smart decision between the two.
okay, that's fair.
Pretty common in New Japan to have an Eliminator match and win and then lose the actual title match, or like however it would go, but pretty common for at least getting a crack at it.
You guys ever think that somebody would win both the AE title and the New Japan title at the same time? Have both?
I wouldn't be surprised
Okay.
if that happens.
Probably be Kenny Omega if anybody.
The cleanup.
Wasn't what's his face? Didn't he have like 15 belts at one time, and then they slowly took them all away from?
Kenny?
Oh my god, huh? No, not Kenny. Although Kenny, I'm sure had a bunch of belts in the past too.
Yeah, he had TNA, AEW, and AAA.
Yeah. So again, I don't know how I feel about that because again, it just feels like it cheapens everything. I don't know, like why should I be invested when there's like he loses one, he's still a champion of these two other ones, I guess, but I don't know.
The visual. I think it's just the visual. Like this guy's a conqueror. You know.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, the Elite versus FTR, Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin, Anarchy in the arena. So, where do you feel like this is headed? Like, who benefits the most winning this match?
The Elite.
Elite for sure.
I mean, they're still the tag champs, right?
And it's just to establish the general threat of the faction, I guess, right? Their dominance on AEW television. If you're gonna book it.
And what's Kenny Omega like? Where's Kenny Omega involved in all this? I know he had that whole speech, and then they attacked him. Was it a one and done? Is he still involved?
Well, he set up the team
From right, because he's still from his quote part of the Elite.
Yeah. Well, he's not part of the Elite.
Well, he's a
EVP,
not a CEO, EVP. Thank you. So
yeah.
He's swinging his EVP dick around and showing that he has still some power. I don't know how that really works if you have these two competing guys, can't they also say, no, we're not doing it because we're also EVPs?
Yeah.
You can't use a reverse card on a reverse card or something.
You can't be like
Tony Khan final say.
Does Tony Khan still have his neck brace or did he remove it?
Good question.
Because he hasn't been on TV, has he?
No.
I've been watching clips of Collision and Dynamite, but I didn't see any.
No major announcements.
Tony Khan. I do get a kick out of the Elite doing like the Tony Khanism still, and those are funny. But I also do think the Elite's going to win this one. I mean, Bryan Danielson, has he ever won anything recently? But
nope.
And like Darby Allin just came back. I mean, should he be losing? I don't know.
He's gonna lose his foot.
The Elite shouldn't win. Yeah, exactly.
I think he's gonna put on a showing, but I mean, he was definitely over when he came out. They popped hard. Darby.
I think one of the members of FTR are gonna take the pin, so he doesn't. But it should be interesting. I mean, Anarchy in the arena. I feel like he's going to do some crazy ass shit, even though he just got hit by a bus and broke his foot. He's probably going to jump off the top of the arena or something. Yeah, that man is
break
insane.
My other foot.
Yes, exactly. Let's even it out. So it should be interesting in Vegas. All right, let's jump into Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship. I mean, Will Ospreay is on a winning streak, and I don't think he's going to lose. So they're probably going to give him the title belt.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he needs it.
Yeah.
He needs it. He needs some gold.
I mean, as a wrestler, I mean, like it's like he needs it. He also deserves it too. Like he's definitely one of the guys that are clearly popular, and you want to put that belt, on him and behind him. Where he goes from here, I'm not sure. But I do think Will Ospreay should be winning the International Championship. Any dissenters, or you guys have any other thoughts about this specific match?
All I know, he's going to use that Tiger Driver 91.
Yep.
Why is it called 91? India.
When somebody unalived
the year that they
in New Japan.
That they did it.
Yeah. A lot of them are different variations of like people that did the Tiger Driver in that year. Like, like for example, when Lucian Thunder Liger uses it, like their legs go straight up and then it just right on their fucking head like a spike.
Mhm.
I don't know what years it's his, but it's somewhere in the 90s.
I mean, it sounds cool.
95.
Cody's got the 95. It looks like a highly elevated pedigree.
Mhm.
Looks funny.
I mean,
But I
it
think
looks
he
cool.
drops you on your head, too.
What's the Elite's, what they call it, TK driver?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Meltzer driver.
I mean, I think that looks kind of stupid because, like, he has his leg down, but, like, when the other guy's, like, doing the flip off the top rope, his legs are still kind of, like, wide. Like, how would he latch onto them? Like, you can't really. So it just kind of looks like, whoop, and then I do a pile driver.
Spanks his ass.
Yeah.
Bongo drum that shit. Yeet.
So,
It's like when Homer played Mr. Burns' head like a bongo.
yeah. So I think Will Ospreay's winning this.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement for that.
All right, now this one should also be pretty crazy. I mean, Adam Copeland, I think, also has a death wish because he's also some kind of masochist.
He wants to die in the ring.
Yes, that too.
Ric Flair.
I mean, like he was talking about, like, I was watching that interview with him and Chris Van Fleet. Like, that is pretty crazy that he just was, like, shirtless at WrestleMania 22, spearing Mick Foley into, like, a flaming table, and Mick Foley had, like, layers of clothes, and this guy was like, no, you know what, I'm just gonna go out like this, and I'm just gonna spear you through a flaming table.
Love of the game.
I'm surprised he didn't burn anything more, but he did say his skin was bubbling a little bit when he went to the back. But he's got another crazy match with Malakai Black and a barbed wire steel cage match. Now I'm trying to figure out what this looks like visually. So every part of the steel cage is covered in barbed wire. I'm assuming they go through a door that they open, and then they're stuck in it. I mean, do they have to escape? Like, they have to climb barbed wire, or do they just get, like, they can just pin the guy in the middle and they just have the barbed wire as a weapon, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're just caged in.
Yeah.
Go for the pin.
That should be nuts, though. That should be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very violent 40 minutes.
I think this is going to be his heel turn.
There's going to be blood in at least 90% of these matches.
This is going to be his Judgment Day run.
Yep.
Quote me now.
He's gonna join
Or
them.
hear me now. Quote me later.
Wait, so you're saying he's going to fight the guy in House of Black and then join them?
Well, that was a stipulation. He said if I win, you're going to bend the knee. So I'm guessing if Malakai Black wins, takes the belt as he should, I feel he should, he's going to bend the knee, and then there you go. You got heel run Edge.
Yeah, but he's doing it against his will because he lost. So it's not like he wants to do it. He has no choice, right?
Well, I mean, they're spooky, and they're gonna. It's just like Sky Blue. They spit some shit in her face and put her under the influence.
They're gonna use this as an excuse to bring back Gangrel, and he's gonna come out.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that, because wasn't that an idea that was pitched to WWE when he was still there, and they actually said no?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he wanted to do like the Brood thing again. So
TK will do it. He's like, "Fuck yeah, dog."
Yeah, he'll do it. And then you got Christian there too. You can actually literally have them at one somehow, some way. They could. I don't know how they would, but they could do like a Brood reunion if they were on the same page. But
that would be
if they're all in the same company, though, somehow.
Christian's there. Damn, it'd be fucking nuts.
I think the first time, or when Edge joined the Brood, I think like that whole Brood shit started where he didn't want to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be
like the idea. Time. Like he didn't like the idea when they pitched it to him.
No, like he was resisting joining.
Oh,
because Christian was the vampire before Edge was. Edge was just the loner, and then they were both vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah!
I don't remember that far back.
Yeah, it was like Twilight, but dudes.
With the ruffled shirts.
Yeah, but dudes.
Is that Diary Interview with the Vampire? What's that one with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise?
With the Vampire.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's basically that. No, that's probably where they got it from, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I think this match is going to be really good. But this next match, I think, is the main event of this show, and I'll talk about Swerve Strickland a little later because I feel like his reign has been kind of second fiddle in certain respects. But this next match, Will Nightingale versus Mercedes, I think this is going to be my most anticipated match, just because the buildup has been good, their promos have been good, and they made the right move with Mercedes being the heel, because I think she's just better as a heel than as a face.
She got that mean girl shit down.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really do like Willow Nightingale. Like, she grew on me. I mean, I've only watched her in the past year, but purely from a character standpoint, like as a person, like her theme song, her wrestling move sets, just her aura or vibe, whatever you want to call it.
That smile.
Yeah, so she's just a cool cat. So I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully Mercedes is fine in this match. I don't want her to be injured again, and I think she's fine, unless she got cleared by Dr. Nick again.
It's okay.
Just take 2 of these.
How is inflammable flammable?
Inflammable is flammable. Good Lord.
Yeah, so really good match. But do you think Mercedes wins, or do you think Willow Nightingale retains?
I think Mercedes wins.
Yeah, I do too.
He's like, I paid all this fucking money. You might as well get a title belt.
Willow retains.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Willow retains too.
Damn.
Even though I think Mercedes is.
I think it makes Mercedes go more off the deep end and be a little more dastardly.
Yeah, bigger heel.
That's true.
True. They get set up for something. Yeah, like a.
And maybe she could win in the rematch, I guess.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good match. Now, Toni Storm, I didn't see I didn't see this clip. Did this happen on Collision? What was it with this with Toni Storm and like a towel? Was she naked? Did you guys see that?
She wrapped herself around the Serena Deeb dojo flag.
Was she naked?
She naked. Yeah.
Illusion of nudity.
Yeah, she threw off all her clothes.
Oh, interesting.
And all the mouth breathers fogged up.
I mean, I think this should be a good match. I mean, it's Serena. I mean, it is what it is. The people don't really seem to care about her as a character. Yeah. Like, everyone's just kind of more into Toni Storm in this feud. Yeah. And I get it. I mean, again, like, Toni Storm is another character. Like, she's just a whole other level. Like, she knows her character. What she's doing is very unique right now. No one is doing what she's doing right now. I think she's had a huge glow up since she went to AEW. She's not just like that jock, generic type of person. I think this was exactly what she needed. So I think she's just going to retain again. I don't see Serena Deeb winning.
Nope.
Do you guys feel like she has a chance in hell?
No, I totally see Toni Storm retaining.
Jamie Hayter comes back. I don't know. Maybe. There's going to be some return.
During the show, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of return, yeah. But I don't see Toni Storm losing. Nope. I mean, it's not like her reign has been that long yet anyway, so I think it's just another notch in her belt. Okay. So the main event is Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage. And again, Christian Cage, well-deserved. I think he deserved an AEW Championship title shot. Because again, he's another like guy who has like really evolved his character. Like, he's just so good as a heel. And for me right now, Swerve Strickland kind of feels. I mean, obviously he just got the championship not that long ago, but the way he's portrayed on the show feels a little second fiddle, compared to like other storylines and feuds.
Yeah, he gets bad slots.
It feels like it's like the era of like when CM Punk had the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw, and that was like you might as well give him the Intercontinental Championship, like it wasn't treated as well. And Swerve Strickland is the AEW World Champion, and just the way that they've been kind of like booking him, or like you said, putting him on the show, makes it feel kind of like a mid card, upper mid card. You know what I mean?
He's losing his time to Kane and Cena.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this match? Do you think they're just going to give Christian the AEW World Championship? Because I feel like he would totally do it.
That'd be insane.
I think it's just a good heel for Swerve to defend against.
Yeah. I mean, there was that whole betrayal of the Mogul Embassy or whatever, so I mean, that plays a role here.
From the other cage.
Yeah. There's some allusion to elite fuckery with the whole thing too.
Mm.
So I don't know, but yeah, for sure. I mean, the tie-in is the Mogul Embassy betrayal and all that. So I mean, it should be a good match, and Christian's just generally entertaining as fuck.
Do you think they're gonna put it as the main event?
I would imagine so.
Because that'd be kind of funny if it's like an opener or just like smack dab in the middle.
I don't think they've done that to the title yet.
Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting to see what they do. Again, just purely based on like the pattern that I've seen on like the Dynamite Collision, whatever you want to call it, run through of the card. Yeah, so because I could also see like, oh well, Mercedes is her first title match back, so maybe we'll just make that the main event because this is like her first match in 6 months or a year or whatever it is, and it's for a title. Paid her a shit ton of money, make her a main event, put it to use
for the World Championship main event.
Yeah,
learning tree Chris Jericho.
Does he have a match? Did they announce a match for him?
Not yet.
He's probably
but they probably are.
One of them 3 matches.
Well, them 3 matches coming this week.
Honestly, I'm kind of living for Chris Jericho basically taking everything the internet like hates about him, and he's just kind of like using it in his promos and stuff, talking about like cage match ratings and all that shit. That's actually pretty clever. Some people think it's cringe. Yeah, I mean it is parody. Some people think it's cringe, but I think it's actually kind of funny. So
Jericho's the best.
So
Except
I think
not being the best.
So I think they're gonna have a match against Hook. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta too. Huh? Well. I didn't catch that one. What are they doing with Orange Cassidy right now? Because I feel like he's
lost
kind
his
of
best friends.
Yeah, but it just kind of feels like a flailing fish to me right now in terms of his positioning. But
I mean, he had a lot of good spots for the longest time, though. So
yeah,
he was Intercontinental champ. He fought Mox, all those things back and forth. So I mean, this is it's about time it more or less looked like this for him.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what do you think about Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta? Where do you think that goes?
I think
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it goes to Trent because I think they are going to work hard to try to establish Trent as like a singles wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do it.
I mean, I agree. I guess you're right. When you look at like Orange Cassidy's like just reign and his matches, some people just need a backseat for a little bit before you kind of reintroduce them into the main event and title picture. So
I can't believe they made friendship bracelets for a guy named Orange Cassidy, and they're black and red.
yeah, interesting.
But
He thinks he'd use orange.
Red Cassidy.
Yeah. So I mean, do you think there's going to be any kind of wild, like in your minds, the wild predictions or any kind of surprises or reintroductions? I don't know if you've been reading, through the grapevines or any kind of rumors on Reddits or Twitter, but do you guys feel like there's any kind of swerve or left turn at this pay-per-view? Any new debuts or returns?
Other than Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I mean,
why
definitely
Jamie Hayter?
She was women's champ. I think was she women's champ before she got injured or something, and then she had to drop it.
She had dropped it right before Allin.
Yeah. I mean, there's that. So there's the comeback kind of a thing for Allin, I'm guessing. So she would make sense. But they're usually pretty good with delivering some kind of a, swerve or return or something like that.
What about Britt Baker? Like, where is she still just kind of MIA?
True. Could be Britt Baker too. Could be both. They'd be like, what? And then Adam. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it should be good.
Could be Adam, fucking Cole and Britt Baker thing. As like a power couple thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I hope not.
Well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, that is a wrap for this episode of Chi-Town Shoot Podcast.